All right guys, so we're back once again, this time installment number 7 of the video series we've been doing, stretching Gina's ears. Today, I think you're at what, 2 gauge? Is that what we stretched you to last time? So about a month ago exactly, we stretched her up to a 2 gauge. Her next size is gonna be 0 gauge, which, was that your end goal?
Yes.
I think so. So last size would be 0 gauge. Because we have access to 1 gauge plugs here, we're actually gonna stretch her to a 1 gauge just for the heck of it. I don't think it's that necessary to go to a 1 gauge, but then again, it's definitely not gonna do any harm. It's always really good to just stretch as slow as possible. If you have 1 gauge plugs or you wanna purchase 1 gauge plugs, it is definitely a good thing. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna bump her up to a 1 gauge, and then in 3 or 4 more weeks, another month, we'll finish her off at that 0 gauge. Now today, because we are stretching to that 1 gauge, I'm pretty confident that I'm not even gonna need a taper. So we'll just use some lube. We have, as always, the single flare glass Pyrex plugs. We're gonna use those guys, and they should just slide in really, really easy. And that's gonna make not only this an easy stretch, but her stretch next month to the 0 gauge, her final stretch, really simple and easy also. So easy that she could probably do it on her own, but I'm definitely gonna help her out with it right now, okay guys? All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove her existing jewelry. So these ones are threaded on there. There's a little backing that screws off. Just gonna twist it off here. All right, now we have our single flare glass plug. Put a little bit of lube on it, right on the back of the plug there. And I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure. Now with these being the 1 gauge, as predicted, they're gonna slide right in. Virtually no resistance whatsoever. And that is ideal right there. We don't wanna have any ripping or tearing occurring with the jewelry, just kind of slide right in, ideally. There you have it. Now for the second side, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Just gonna unscrew existing jewelry. And we have our single flare glass plug right there. And what we'll do is kind of have some lube on the back of my glove. Just gonna lube it up here. And there it goes, just slides right in with little to no resistance whatsoever. That is definitely one of the perks of using this 1 gauge. Just slides in perfectly. Now we got the little silicone O-ring. I'm gonna pop that on the back. There you have it. It makes a really, really easy stretch, especially when you're trying to go from 2 gauge to 0 gauge. Just use that in between 1 gauge. So you guys, there you have it. We just bumped Gina up to the 1 gauge, which, 1 gauge, I don't think it's 100% necessary, but they're amazing. So if you have access to a pair or you want to purchase a pair, definitely well worth it. It'll make your stretch from 2 to 0 really simple and really easy, and that's always what you want. You want your stretches to be painless and just really smooth. They should just slide and fall right in there. 1 gauge definitely makes that stretch super simple for you. Granted, you're gonna have to wait a few more weeks after that, but well worth it. In 3 to 4 weeks from here, we're gonna bump her up to that 0 gauge. Also, should be really simple, should just slide right in, especially since we utilize that 1 gauge size. So we'll see you guys next video in this series, and thanks again as always for watching. See you guys soon.